Psalm chapter 5. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for unto thee I will pray. So here it is, David. He's saying, give ear to my words. So when I pray, when I talk to you, can I have your ear? Can I have your ear? It's like I see like a tugging child, on their parents, clothes. Like, can I have your ear? And then they'll get right up in your ear and try to tell you something when they're really little. If they want to make sure that you're paying attention, it's like the grown-up version of that. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. So it's like I've been meditating. I've been sitting and thinking and contemplating and focusing. Okay, so consider that I've been doing that. Hearken unto the voice of my cry. Respond to how I'm crying out to you, my King and my God, for unto thee I will pray. So I'm not praying to anyone else, only to God. He's only praying to God. He's crying out to God, who set him apart to be king, who set him apart, to do his work in Israel as the king. And yet he knows that God's the only one, the God who set him apart and chose him, that God's the only one who can respond to his calls, to his cries. He says, my voice shall thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. So he's like, as soon as, as my day gets started, that's when I start praying to you. Right away, God, and I'll look up. I'll look up to you. He says, for thou art not a God that has pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. So God has no pleasure. He takes no delight in wickedness. People they may laugh, they may carry on when they see wickedness or evil or sinful things occurring in society, but God isn't like that. He has no pleasure in that. He doesn't look there and upon it and smile like, oh, they're having a great time. He's not like that. He doesn't put up with that. He doesn't take any pleasure in that. That doesn't give delight to his heart. That you're sinning, that anyone's sinning, that there's wickedness going on, that there's evil going on. There's no evil within God. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. So people who are being foolish, they are not able to stand before God. They're not. Because God hates those who are working out sin in their lives and in the lives of others and on this earth. He doesn't delight in that. He doesn't have any pleasure in that. He hates the workers of iniquity. Okay? Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. It means God's going to hate. He's going to hate the bloody person, those killers and those liars, those guys who are trying to deceive people. Us, when we're trying to deceive people, you think God likes it? No way. He says, don't do that. You got to stop doing that. Got to do the right thing. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward the holy temple. Lead me, O Lord. We'll go back. I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy. So he's going to the house of God. And does he feel okay? I'm not welcome here. Other people are looking at me. Did David have any enemies? Did he have people who were out to get him? Yeah. And you may think, oh man, I'm not welcome in the house of God because of people's perspective of me. It's the way they think. What's he talk about immediately? It's not about what people are doing or saying. Those sinners, if people are going to sin against you as soon as you walk into the house of God, then that's God's vengeance, to enact upon them for their sin against you. But don't let that keep you from the house of God. Don't let that keep you from the Lord. Because into thy house, in the multitude of thy mercy, because that's where all the mercy is. It's there, waiting for you from the Lord. And in thy fear will I worship toward the holy temple. And he goes there to worship the Lord. Goes there to worship the Lord. Where there's mercy in the presence of God. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. God, lead me in righteousness because, not in spite of, not, I'm afraid to because they exist, but because of my enemies, lead me in righteousness. Because they're not doing the right thing, lead me in righteousness, right? Okay, make thy way straight before my face, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is open, an open sepulchre. That's like a tomb. They flatter with their tongue. So they're going to build you up and they're going to, flatter with their tongue. But what is it that's inside of them? There's no faithfulness in their mouth. They don't have any intention of being faithful to you, being loyal to you. It's all just, flattery. Their inward part is very wickedness. It is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulcher. And the things that are going to come out of their mouth, it's just like a tomb that's ready to speak. It's just death. Destroy thou them, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions. For they have rebelled against thee. So because of their position against God, not because of their position against David, he wants to walk in righteousness because of his enemies, right? But he says, because of they've rebelled against God, destroy them, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. So they're advising to do evil. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions. Just throw them out in their sin. For they rebelled against thee. But let those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. So whoever's putting their trust in God, let them rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous. With favor wilt thou compass him with a shield.